Hey, hello, what's up everyone? In this video I'm going to teach you Mars in the third house of D9 Navamsa chart. So before beginning, if you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon and click the like button, and if you have any doubt after watching this video, please to mention it in my below comment section. Okay, so let's begin. So mainly, what do you mean by the Navamsa chart or the D9 chart? See, Navamsa chart or the D9 chart is the second most important chart after your birth chart. It is mainly seen for your stretches of your planet. It is also seen for your married life, how it will be, whether it will be good or bad. It is also seen for your relationship between you and your spouse. It is also seen for your marital life also. It gets activated after the second half of your life, that is after 33 years or 36 years of age. And it is also seen for your second half of your life, how it will be and all. So these kind of things the married life is seen for mainly. Now coming to the stretches of your planet. So let's take if any planet is debilitated in your birth chart. So let's say for example if Sun is debilitated in the birth chart and that planet Sun is been exalted in your Navamsa chart or D9 chart, that represent that planet Sun has gained extra strength or extra power. Now coming to the married life or relationship, see every individual divisional chart has its own Karaka planet. So including the main birth chart. Let's say for example in the main birth chart, Sun is the Karaka planet, right? So in that in the Navamsa chart or the D9 chart, Venus is the Karaka planet. So if Venus is very placed, like Venus is in exalted sign, Mool sign, own sign, or in the friendly sign, that represents that you're gonna have a very beautiful married life, and you'll have a very good relationship between you and your spouse. So these kind of things that you need to check before seeing the Navamsa chart thoroughly. Now coming to the third house of D9 Navamsa chart. What does third house of D9 Navamsa chart represent? See, third house of D9 Navamsa chart represent relationship between you and your father-in-law. It represents the father-in-law characteristics. It also represents father-in-law house, and it also represents your younger sibling after your married life, how your younger sibling responds to you, and how will be your relationship between you and your younger siblings also. So these kind of things are represented by third house of D9 Navamsa chart, and it also represents your short travel journey after your married life. It also represents whether you will get respect in your this one office or not, so in your work or not. So these kind of things are represented by third house of D9 Navamsa chart. Now what does Mars represent? Planet Mars. Mars is a very malefic planet. Mars is a very aggressive planet. Okay, Mars is also Karaka planet for the third house. Mars is also Karaka for younger siblings. So these kind of things are represented by planet Mars. Now Mars is also planet responsible for your courage, bravery. Third house also responsible for bravery and courage. So now what happens when Mars is sitting in the third house of D9 Navamsa chart? Now when Mars is sitting in the third house of D9 Navamsa chart, after your married life, you will be very courageous person, you will be very brave person, and you will be capable of sustaining any type of problem that comes in the married life or after your married life. It also shows that you get very good respect in your society or in your workplace after your married life. It also shows that your relationship between you and your father-in-law will be like a competitive relationship. It will be like very aggressive, cruel relationship. Your father-in-law may be very bad, or you may be very bad to your father-in-law. So these kind of things it happens, and relationship will be very bad. So that's the main thing. And if you go to a father-in-law, there will be some fights with you and your father-in-law. So these kind of things that you may observe when Mars is sitting in the third house of D9 Navamsa. Now it also shows that the relationship between you and your younger siblings will be very bad after your married life. You fight with your younger siblings also, you fight with your father-in-law also. There will be no bad communication between you and your father-in-law, and there will be also bad communication between you and your younger siblings. So these kind of things that you need to check before seeing everything thoroughly, the third house of D9 Navamsa chart and all. Now what happens when Mars is conjunct with different planets? So I forgot to tell another thing is that when Mars is sitting in the third house, that represents through the Antardasa or Mahadasa of Mars. You actually go short journeys, like you travel a lot, short journeys from office to home, home to office, back and forth like that. So this kind of thing that you need to check. Okay. Now coming to the conjunction of planet. Now what happens when Mars is conjuncted with different planets like benefic and malefic planets? Now coming to the benefic planets. See, when Mars is conjunct benefic planets like Moon, Jupiter, Venus, and your Mercury, so that represents you will get happiness from these things, like fighting with your father-in-law, fighting with your younger siblings, or getting aggressive with these things. So now what happens when Mars is conjunct with Moon? Moon represents your mind, your happiness, your internal happiness, Moon also represents your peace, internal peace, mental peace and all. Moon also represents your mother. So now when Moon and Mars are conjuncted towards each other in the third house, that represents that when you fight with your father-in-law, you get happiness, you get even wealth also. So when you start fight with your father-in-law, in father-in-law house especially, you'll start getting that wealth, and you will also get very good respect in your workplace. So these kind of things that happens, you also get mental peace also. Now it is also seen that you will fight with your younger siblings, unless this is irrespective of the zodiac sign. If it is very blessed, then it will give beautiful results, beautiful communication with your father-in-law, beautiful communication with your younger siblings. Through them, through beautiful relationship, you will get happiness and all. But this I am telling irrespective of the zodiac sign, if it is badly placed and all. So that represents you, if you maintain a bad relationship with your father-in-law or younger siblings, you will get wealth through them, or somewhere from your work environment and all. So your salary will rise. So these kind of things it happens. Now what happens when Mars is conjunct Jupiter? That represents your father-in-law may be very educated person. Father-in-law may be very aggressive when it comes to talking your father-in-law background against him. When you talk against him, father-in-law may be very aggressive. And if you talk against your younger siblings also, they may be also very aggressive. But still, if Jupiter placement in the third house product these things, and it provides you very good results, like it will give very good results. Communication with your father-in-law may be very good. Communication with your younger sibling may be very good. Okay, and it also represents in your society or in your work environment, you will have a very good respect. Now what happens when Mars is conjuncted with planet Venus? That represents that father-in-law may be maybe a very good rich person, aggressive, rich-minded person, aggressive-minded person, very cruel at heart, like person. May father-in-law may be very materialistic person. So younger sibling may also be like that, materialistic person, materialistic younger sibling. So like that, after their married life, many things changes, and you will be very aggressive. So these kind of things it happens when Mars is sitting a third house with Venus. Now coming to what happens when Mars is connected with Mercury. That represents that you may start your own business. So it may be travel business, or it may be any kind of business. You may start your own business, like online business also. Now what happens when Mars is conjuncted malefic planets like Sun, Saturn, Rahu or Ketu? So when Mars is conjuncted to malefic planet, it gives very good results after your married life. Even though you will be facing struggles in the father-in-law house with younger siblings, or you may not be having any father-in-law or any younger siblings after your married life, but still it will give very good results, because malefic planets in the Upachaya houses, that is the 3, 6, 10, 11, it will give very good results. So see, when Mars is considered planet Sun, that represents that you may become very good leader after your married life. It may be in terms of government job or in a private job. You may be raised into a very high positions, and it also shows that you'll get a good amount of wealth also. Now what happens when Mars is conjuncted, and many people listen to you, to your words, because Sun represents leadership qualities, Mars represents aggressiveness, and the third house represents communication. When you talk aggressively in a leadership way, many people listen to you after your married life. Now what happens when Mars is conjunct with planet Saturn? That represents that person may be very good, having very good communication, very restricted communication after married life. Person may stick towards his or her principle after married life. Now what happens when Mars is conjunct with planet Rahu? That shows that person may be a very cruel person, person may be very materialistic person, person may be aggressive person after married life, and it also shows that person may be in his or her own world after married life, because Rahu represents illusionary things. Person maybe will be like thinking in his or her own world. Now what happens when Mars is conjunct with planet Ketu? That represents person may not be having any younger sibling, or if a person is having younger sibling, the person might live far away from that younger sibling, or person may not be having very good relationship between his or her younger sibling. It also shows that person may be very good spiritual person. So person may be interested to have inner desire to learn occult science like astrology and so and so. So these kind of things that I mainly notice what happens when Mars is conjuncted with different planets and seated in the third house of D9 Navamsa chart. So this is it for today, guys. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe below, or else I will see you in the next video. That is, I am going to tell how to calculate the Navamsa chart or the D9 chart using only the birth chart. So until and unless if you want any consultancy, please do contact me to the given below WhatsApp number in the description box, or even you can contact me through my mail ID also in the given in the description box. Okay, so until and unless, thank you, bye bye, love you, take care.